Julius Malema never ceases to amaze me. I really want to show you guys a clip that has surfaced on social media. And the fact that he doesn't see the irony, the projection, is absolutely mind-boggling. Let's get into it.
Listen properly.
When you get into a taxi, you sit down before you get in.
Did I hear that correctly? Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Newsflash. I'm your host, Emilio. Thanks for tuning in. So Julius Malema was on some kind of podcast, and let's just watch what he said.
If we take over government, we're going to ban AfriForum.
So he says, if we're going to take over government, we're going to ban AfriForum. If we take over government. I don't think you are. Maybe if the DA leaves the GNU, but anyway.
Because we cannot have an organization that advocates purely racial hatred and say it is a legitimate organization.
Really, you cannot have an organization that spews racial hatred. Have you looked at your own organization? Now, of course, Julius Malema feels emboldened because a constitutional court in South Africa has ruled that kill the Boer is not hate speech, but nobody's being fooled by that. I think the consensus in the public arena is that it is hate speech. This coming from a guy who has single-handedly been responsible for racial division in South Africa.
I'm saying to you, we have not called for the killing of white people, at least for now.
The fact that he can't even see that is just mind-boggling.
Our constitution does not allow that.
Exactly. Your constitution does not allow for racial organizations and institutions, and yet here you are.
And therefore, we need a decisive government that is going to say this is a terrorist organization.
Yes, you're literally talking about yourself.
And we can't coexist with it. It has to fall. So AfriForum will fall because it represents backwardness. And the ANC's inability to deal with white supremacy and white arrogance is what gives life to this kind of
I mean, you could literally replace AfriForum with EFF in that whole thing, and he's literally talking about himself. Even the part about the ANC being inadequate, that comment. Yeah, the ANC has been inadequate of shutting up the EFF. This is just... Oh man, the inability to just self-reflect. I'm like godsmacked. I have no words. I can't believe he's even said this. Well, then again, maybe I'm not that surprised.
I shouldn't expect a commie like you to understand anything.
But Kallie Kriel and AfriForum have a response to the Constitutional Court saying that kill the Boer is not hate speech. Let's have a look at what Kallie Kriel has recently put out on social media.
AfriForum is now starting with a process to request governments internationally to impose punitive actions against Julius Malema and those that make themselves guilty of human rights violations by chanting kill the Boer. We also request governments to use diplomatic channels to request the South African government to condemn these calls for the murder of Afrikaners and farmers unconditionally.
Look, that's really awesome that you're doing that, Kallie, but I don't even think the ANC is really going to listen to international pressure, if I'm honest. But, I mean, it's still worth a try.
This international action is needed, of course, because the South African Constitutional Court found that the Constitution does not protect Afrikaners and farmers against these calls for violence against them. In this campaign, we will also spread a dossier that is being drawn up by our legal team. This dossier would show that how Julius Malema and his colleagues abuse human rights. Secondly, how they openly support terror organizations. And thirdly, that they are accused of very serious cases of corruption.
So basically, AfriForum is going to international support to hopefully apply pressure to the ANC and pretty much show all the ANC's dirty secrets. I really do like that AfriForum is doing this. I like that they're not standing down. I like that they're taking the fight further. It is great, but you know what's going to happen. The ANC is just going to be like, see, AfriForum won't stop. It's their fault. It's their fault. And mainstream media will be no different. Listen, I don't like talking about Dan, but I'm just trying to make a point. He's part of the left-wing media. He has a show on ENCA, which is absolute rubbish. But even he says here, USA places 30% tariffs on South African goods. White alt-right lies that it's ANC's fault. Resist the cuck.
What? Bro, what are you talking about, man?
Now, he's obviously trying to reference AfriForum and other right-wing or alt-right voices on social media. He'll probably box me in there. And he says that, people should resist the cuck, that it's all lies. Because again, he's peddling that narrative of it's AfriForum's fault, it's white man bad, all that stuff. And this has to do with the 30% tariffs that Trump recently put on. So you know that if AfriForum goes to the international community or governments or what have you, then the 3 beanie soy boy will be front and center saying, oh no, it's AfriForum's fault, along with all the other woke media ANC sleuths. But luckily, that's the thing. I think a lot of people see past the BS. I think a lot of people see the truth, and they're not falling for these lies. They see the media for what it is, just a PR company for the ANC. And it seems it just doesn't stop. But it's amazing how they attack AfriForum so much, how they attack Kallie Kriel and all the alt-right voices, but when Julius Malema goes on stage and sings about killing the Boer, well, they're very quiet on that. And when the Concourt rules that kill the Boer is not hate speech, they're right there front and center, clapping like seals, ow, 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 excited, virtue signaling, and applauding. It's downright disgusting. But let me know your thoughts in the comment section below, ladies and gentlemen, what you think about all of this. While you're down there, leave a like on the video, share it far and wide, and subscribe to the channel. I've got more content coming your way, and don't forget to also become a member. It goes a long way to supporting the channel and helping me to produce content for you guys. There's a lot of exclusive perks. Go to the join button at the bottom of this video for more details, and if you can't become a member, that's fine. Please consider giving a super thanks or sasa thanks, as we call them on this channel. With that being said, ladies and gentlemen, thanks for watching. Your Newsflash is in.
Little family meeting over here. Excuse me. Let me get a couple of y'all.
Hell no! The audacity. Where did the confidence? I wish I had your confidence to be scooping the whole thing in your house and then trying to grab what? You didn't even want to see the rest of the video. She was not messing with every animal that I could be. Oh my God. I need to shower. I need to scrape the sins off me after what I've just what. You can't just scoop 100. Oh my God. You know those spiders that can join together and then you think it's one spider and then all of their mates turned up? Oh my God, I feel like I need to extinguish the house. I'd be there with a flamethrower. I don't care. I'd be like a movie. That's the only way that I'd be able to make path for my exit of being so scared. Oh my God, what is wrong with everyone when it comes to spite? Is nobody scared? Oh, for the love of everything in this world.